Are you with us, Thomas?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. You still tiling, or you cutting out your butcher paper?
I'm done with my. Oh, I need to cut out my butcher paper.
Right. Oh, that's in my T-shirt. With my T-shirt insert. I think I have a medium.
Coach Cory.
Yes, sir.
When you did the cut and towel part, now with me having the 2 layers, I remember I saw on the last video when I was out of town, and you said that you had to either cut the bottom or don't cut the top, and you put the other on top. Which one you got to do?
Oh yeah.
You had to split. You had used 2 because you had your roll. Because I was watching a video a couple of days ago when I was in Florida, and you had the 2 sections on the roll.
Okay, yeah, the roll media. Now the top pieces, the 2 top pieces, I cut the bottom strip off of that.
Top, and then you just put it on top of the bottom.
Yeah, I take my yes, and lay it over my bottom piece.
Okay, y'all did it right. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's that shit. Okay, I remove this shirt for the sake of the video. Okay. You caught up with us, Thomas? You gotta trace your shirt out for your butcher paper, right?
And Davina, are you cutting out your butcher paper as well?
I am, but I think I'm gonna have to find my round board because the paper I have is smaller than my shirt.
Gotcha. So it won't give you that stretch factor. Yeah, it's the same process to cut out the round board.
Yeah, I had a roll of paper I was trying to use, but it's about like 2 inches, like the top of the sleeve is hanging over, so it's not wide enough to fit my shirt.
Well, if that's all you're worried about, then that's probably going to be okay. The reason why you want that hanging out from the sleeve is because you wanted to catch that ink so that ink doesn't transfer from the front of the shirt into the inside of the back of the sleeve. So if you have enough to where it can at least go into the sleeves, use that paper then that way, because I know that round board is a little something to wrestle with.
So even if I'm tracing it, then just cut out because it's like the top corner is not wide enough.
You want to show it on camera, so we can assess that for you.
Yeah. Which one should I buy?
All right, I see you. Give me just a moment. We'll spotlight you. Okay.
Hanging off.
Yep, I see exactly what you're saying. And in this case, what you're primarily going to want something up underneath that where that sleeve starts. But yeah, if you can go ahead and make your cutout from here, you just have to make it like really close. And if you want to, you can take some excess paper and stick it from inside the sleeve so that you'll have something poking out from there.
Okay.
And then that way, yeah, because I know we got to tussle with that RAM board. I love your light box setup. That's so cool.
Thank you.
I bet you take some excellent product photos too.
That's the only way I take them. My lighting in my house is terrible.
Tell me about it. All right, good stuff then. So you got that going. Anybody else need to show their process right now so we can give you some feedback? Thomas, how you looking over there on your side? And Trey, you have the 21M insert, so you didn't even have to cut out a jig today. How do you feel about that?
Feels good.
Yeah, save you a few minutes. And there's a minutes that are saved every single time that you're working on a shirt. So those little minutes add up for sure. Okay, so we
take the bottom in your sleeve, the edge of your sleeves up, and make the neck wedge.
Oh yeah, so we got to go ahead and at least make a neck wedge. So let's go ahead. Cory, I'm gonna put you back on camera. Put you back on spotlight. And let's go ahead and show them the neck wedge. Because if they're not, if you're doing a Teflon, you're going to need a neck wedge. Otherwise, you're going to get ink all into the neckline of your Teflon insert.
Shannon, can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is like so out of the blue, but I ended up ordering 2 by mistake on the jig, so I got 2 sets. Is there a way I can return? I don't even want the money back. I just get credit and buy some other stuff.
Absolutely. Just make sure you roll it back up and send it to me. And we got you on that.
Open it.
Oh yeah. Send it back, and then as a matter of fact, if you would have did return to sender, then you wouldn't even have to pay any postage. It would go straight back to us. But
Yeah,
if you already received
when it came in the mail, I was in Florida.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But it shouldn't be any more than like $10 to send it back to us. And we can just do a refund. I trust you. We got you. We got you as a customer. So you're gonna spend some more with us.
Because I'm like, how I get another set? I was confused. Like, maybe I did it twice. I was so excited. Maybe I did it twice.
Well, you know what? Let me check and see, because the USPS when you just email me your order number, because we had some people that USPS held their packages and they got lost. So because we didn't want people waiting up, and some people have been waiting a long time, we just issued new ones too. So if you pay for it twice, I'll see it. And I can refund it. But if not, then it would be great to send it back anyway, because then that'd be a set that can go out to someone else. And then I would pay the return shipping for that one if it was something that wasn't charged to you twice.
I paid for it twice.
Okay, if you paid for it twice, then I got you. Yeah, we had some folks that were waiting so long. We were like, we didn't even know, but USPS had held up quite a few of those packages, and they can't find them right now. So that's what I was like, some people will be getting 2 sets, and hey, Merry Christmas. I asked them to send it back, but I can't enforce it.
Exactly.
But yeah, so definitely email us if you go to your order confirmation and you reply to that order confirmation. Then that way we'll know that's the order number to look out for. As soon as we get it, we'll do a refund for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, we appreciate the support too. I see you enjoying them already.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on. I ordered my buddy too. I'm waiting on that.
Woo!
How long does it usually take?
The Teflon inserts usually ship out, I say within a week. And the buddy is shipping out about within a week. Sometimes it could take maybe 7 business days, depending on materials, like what we have in inventory. So yeah, we're getting to where the inserts are usually going out in 2 to 3 days, and then the buddy system's usually going out in a week now. So the turnaround time is much faster for those things now.
Okay, I guess I need to order.
Yeah, and anybody that's on in the class, I have a while we're doing class and then right after class, I'm going to discount the buddy system and the Teflon inserts, but it'll shut off as soon as we're done with and I'm going to give y'all an hour after the class is over, just so you can take a breather. If you need to order it, you can think. I don't want y'all stopping class to do it, but I got y'all. I'm going to leave it open for an hour, okay?
Hey, Shanon, it did me like that last night.
It did? Okay, well, I'll change it and I'll make sure I look out for it, okay?
Yeah, I went to order it, and when I went to refresh the screen, it had went back to 400.
Yeah, because we had like this limited time because people was getting on there, getting a little, a little spicy on there.
I talked to Cory about it last night.
Yeah, because I figured out I would see you in class today, and we'll open it back up for you. So we'll open that back up, and it'll be good for an hour after class is over. Like I said, some people need to go find your card and place your order after you deal with all the chaos of doing it all over shirt, right?
Well, I was trying to get to class before it closed up, and by the time I got through with that, because I came on late, I got on late.
Oh, got you. So yeah, you just enrolled in the class. So we appreciate you, and we're glad to have you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get it, and we're gonna help you get there.
And also, I don't have crap paper. I got the RAM board.
Okay.
It's like cardboard.
Right. So that RAM board, were you able to cut it okay?
I haven't cut it yet.
Okay.
I cut it. It's already cut in the size of the shirt.
What you waiting on?
Do you want to show us, Thomas? You want to just show us your what you got cut out so we can let you know before we get over to that press?
I'm on the iPad, so it ain't gonna look right.
Okay, but you got basically yours looks like Cory's right now. It's got sleeves and a neck on it.
Can you see that?
Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. I can see. Let me see. Okay. Well, I see. Now I can't see nothing but that little corner right there. Okay. All right. So you got it, and it fits on there.
Yeah.
So I would suggest when you're cutting that RAM board to get you something like the not an X-Acto knife, but an actual box cutter, because they're thicker, wider blades.
Right.
So that's what I would suggest, because I see it looked like you had a little you was tussling with that RAM board.
Also, if you're gonna use your RAM board, I suggest you get some RAM tape too.
Do they have RAM tape? Do they have RAM tape?
They do. Let me see if I can have this.
Because I always reinforce my folds when I fold the arms in. I always reinforce them with masking tape even before I use it for the first time, just because as soon as you fold that RAM board, it's gonna start creasing and potentially like wearing away in that crease and tearing.
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
Yep.
RAM tape. I got my RAM tape. I want to say from Lowe's.
Okay.
Yeah, RAM tape.
And it makes sense because it's roll media, so you would think that they have something that kind of connects those pieces when you need them to.
Yeah, that's where I got it from Lowe's.
Sounds good.
So everybody caught up. So I do the shirt jig with this inside of the shirt. Or do I didn't do that for video purpose? So even if you have your insert, you would insert your inserts this way as well. You'll roll them up. See, you got a shirt. We'll slide it in to the bottom of your shirt. And line your neckline up. Insert up. I swear like that first step. If I ever look at insert, so that's how you put it in here like that. It's kept on medium and low.
All right. So Coach Cory just showed y'all the difference in the 21M Teflon jig. And then, of course, the paper as well. Pretty much the same process. But that paper, you can maybe reuse it a couple of times before it starts to rip or transfer too much ink inside of the next shirt. But the Teflon inserts you can use over and over and over again, and you will not have to cut them out each time. It's pre-sized for the 21M shirts. We also have confirmation that they work for the Subla shirts and a couple of other brand of shirts out there.
Yes, I use Subla shirts at the first moment. And this how it looks with the actually looks. This is the Subla shirt.
Cory, look how you just threw that paper one over there.
Everything in the house know to respect the buddy and the insert.
I see. It's like, yeah, that paper can get crumpled up over there on the side.
The buddy and the insert. This is a Subla shirt.
Yeah, that looks good and it looks nice and flat. You know, those Subla shirts are so hard to get the armpits right. So that looks like it did really great, especially considering those armpits are really difficult on the Subla. And also, Coach Cory, can you show them how you would use the wedge right there on that because you want to protect your Teflon in the neck area?
Okay, let me grab. Did it come with me? But anyways, not in there, but I just take my wedge. Hold on. I don't fold it, I just roll it real quick. Put it inside the shirt. And flat. Let me turn my shirt around so you can get a better view. I just lay it flat and I pull it up to where my thing is, where the corners meet. And I take the tip of my insert, and I just fold it there. And scissors on there. And I just put where my folders at. And that way I don't have to worry about the ink getting inside of there. And I got my sides protected with tape. You know, I'm in my room and grabbing stuff. And I got the bottom protected with tape as well. And I did pre-press my shirt to get the moisture out. I think I'm gonna answer right there. I was looking for. Put my real one back in there. All right, get ready to press. Everybody's on board.
Let's do a check-in. Y'all check in. Let us know if you're ready to press, and if you're still doing a part of your process, then you can watch the pressing session. Then that way, Coach Cory can watch you press and make sure that that you're not running into any issues.
Shannon, just tell me.
Yes, love.
On my shirt that I'm using, do I turn the side that the front side has already been done inside out so they won't get on my press? You know what I mean?
Well, you should. Now, what are you pressing on a board? Like, do you have the RAM board, or what are you using? Do you have a large format press?
I know I have a board I can press on.
Well, what heat press are you using? A 16 by 20 or a large format?
16 by 20.
Okay, so yeah, if you use the 16 by 20, that's why you're also going to have two pieces of butcher paper. You still got the 36 by 44, those two pieces.
Yeah.
So one of them you're going to use at the bottom, and then one of them you're going to use as a cover paper. So it's going to cover the bottom of that board, and that's what's going to keep that shirt from staining anything.
Okay.
But good question. You don't have to turn it inside out though. If you did turn it inside out, you would just have the seams on the outside that still, it might throw you off a little bit, but shouldn't do too much.
Okay.
How's that? You good?
Yep, looks great.
Okay, this is my buddy area. With the buddy, you do not want to lay anything on top of it, nothing but your shirt, no cell phone, no beanie on it. You don't want to have slack in the inside of it. And I do have butcher paper up under my shirt, so I don't press directly on the buddy. I put that line up and grab my print.
Show them the tile print again, Coach Cory, because that looked good. That's 4 tiles. That's 4 13 by 19 sheets put together. And it looks seamless. Looks good.
Okay. I use a little adhesive spray because I just don't trust other people's stuff. Hey, I kept my money when I leave the bank because I don't trust them. I do spray. Now, if you're using a spray, you do not want to spray around your heat press. So I do use a little of that. Yeah, I line my shirt up. I did pre-press my shirt. And I've been doing this for a kind of minute, so I kind of eyeball it. And I go back and double check, make sure nothing is hanging out. And I look at the bottom, make sure everything is lined up. Then with my heat press, if I get smaller than my buddy, I do go under there and make sure that face is pushed all the way back. I bring my roll up, top roll sheet on there. Okay, and here we go. When I press, I do start in the middle of my shirt. Oh, dang it. My heat press ain't been moving so long, it shut off on its own. So bear with me. I wonder why it popped back up on me.
Yeah, well, that'll give it a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And everybody else, y'all check y'all heat presses too, because we turned them on a little while ago before we started tiling. So make sure your heat presses are running at the right temperature. And Cory, what do you have the heat press set to on your particular press?
I set my press to 460 degrees.
You said 400 or 300?
400.
Oh, 400 degrees, but 60 seconds. Is that what you meant?
Correct.
Okay, because you said 460 degrees. I was like, oh, you over there. You're cooking them real hot. You're trying to get them done in 10 seconds. Okay, so 400 degrees, 60 seconds. Got you. All right, and what is the temperature of the press right now?
Right now, it is at 151.
Okay, so it's going to take a little while for it to get up to temperature. And yep, so let's check in and see where everybody is right now. So we're going to check in and see how you're doing with your board. Because Coach Cory is using the buddy system, but we tell you the least expensive way to get into this process. You got a $15 RAM board. You have paper for your insert of your shirt, and you have some some, of course, inexpensive butcher paper. So that's all you really need to get into the process. What Coach Cory is showing you with the buddy system and the inserts is some advanced solutions that just help you out and keep the process going smoothly. So anybody need us to look at your setup and make sure everything's good? Have you tested your heat press to make sure that the board can withstand that thickness? And I want you, before you put your print on there, just put the shirt by itself in the cover paper and make sure that your press can accommodate that thickness. Okay. And then if you can show us if you're having any issue, we can help you out. So I guess let's do an individual check-in. So Trey, how you doing over there? Do you have a RAM? I mean, do you have the hardboard, or do you have a large format press, or what are you working with on that side?
Yeah, I don't have a large format. I got a 20 by 25.
Okay, so but you're still having a tile with the 20 by 25. Are you using a board for that? The hardboard?
Yeah, I went to Home Depot today and got a hardboard, but they didn't have. They told me their machine was down. They couldn't cut it, so I got like a, what is it? I got a 24 by 48 piece.
24 by 48. So what that means, the issue with that is you're still going to be able to spin your print around. The idea with the hardboard, and if you don't mind, can you show us show it on video?
The hardboard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's see.
My press is like on the other side of the room, so you probably won't be able to see it.
Oh, got you.
Then I got this big. I tried to buy this press from a guy on the street, and it didn't work. I bought a large format, but they almost burnt my building down.
Oh gosh, I thought I saw a large format in your space.
Yeah, it like melted the whole shirt. Like it said it was on 360 degrees,
mm-hmm.
but it had to be like 700. It's like as soon as I pressed down on the shirt, it melted.
Oh wow. Well, check in with me after that. I might have some suggestion for that. But if it's doing like that, like to where you can't trust it, I have a way that I actually bought a probe that is specifically meant to measure the temperature on heat presses. It's about $90, and it more accurately reads the temperature of the plate. And usually each large format heat press, even the small format heat presses, have ways that you can what you call calibrate the temperature. I had to learn this for a couple of my customers. I don't sell large format heat presses, but I did help a few people out with that. Let me see. And usually it's a manufacturer that you can check with. And that looks like a similar style heat press too. Okay, so I see your board. All right, so what we're going to have to do, because it's not going to be quite as tall, because you normally need that extra 12 inches to give it that resting space. But we're going to work with what we got. So what's going to happen is you're going to leave that board on the press, and then when you rotate, you're going to be very careful not to let your whole image slide off of that board forward towards you. Okay, so do you have your heat press turned on right now?
Yes, on 400. Yep.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do before you put your print on there, I want you to take the shirt and put on top of the board and a piece of cover paper. So you need cover paper first, then shirt, then cover paper. So you're going to make a cover paper. You're going to make a shirt sandwich with cover paper. And here's the thing too, you may want to even spray tack your image down, like Coach Cory was saying. If you have some spray tack, that would help out if it just happens to slip down or dip down, how it's, see how it's kind of hanging off the board, you would have less issue with that hanging off. Do you happen to have any spray tack? or you can also use masking tape. So if you have the masking tape,
I have masking tape.
okay, so let's do this then. And Coach Cory can come on and show you where you would need to place tape, especially since the heat press is heating up. Coach Cory, you mind coming on? Hopefully I can put the two of you on at one time so you can kind of see one another. I'm going to pin this one. And then we're going to also pin you, Trey. So add a pin. There we go, side by side. All right. Coach Cory, can you hear me, love?
Yeah, I got to see if I can. On my screen, it's like real small at the top.
Okay, so go to the view, and I think I got it in speaker view.
Yeah, mine is speaker view.
Okay.
Let me go full screen. Let me full screen.
Yep, there you go.
No, but it's only giving. Can't get up.
It should have you and Coach Cory side by side right now. Do you see that?
I don't see it.
Or maybe, you know what? This is what you have to do. Because I think when I pin it, I'm pinning it for myself. So go ahead, pin, go to the dot and go to pin Coach Cory and then pin yourself. So it should give you some options to pin. So I'll do that. I'm going to.
Well, yeah. I don't really need to see Coach Cory, right? I don't need to see myself.
Okay, so go to where it says, do you see the gallery view? When you go to view, do you see gallery?
Yep.
Okay, now do you see like everybody looks like the Brady Bunch and all these little squares?
Yes.
Okay, so there should be like a little dot on each image. So you don't see yourself?
Yeah, but it's telling me to replace.
So
it don't give me an option to pin it. It give me an option to replace pin.
Okay, so let me see if I spotlight for everyone. So that's gonna remove the pin. And then when I go back to gallery, let me see if I can also add the spotlight. How's that?
That's better.
All right. So we learning all kind of stuff today. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Coach Cory might be taking a little break.
I see it.
Okay, you see it? Okay, so since his board is short, right? I want you to show him the technique. Remember, we used to have to tape the jig down to the bottom paper so that it wouldn't move, and then tape the print down on top of that so everything stays together if you don't have spray tack.
Okay.
So basically in the neck area, the sleeves that come out a little bit, and the bottom of the shirt. Yeah, so pull that print back just a little bit and just show them where they would put tape. You don't have to put tape down on yours because I know you won't need it.
Okay.
But you see how Coach Cory's print is kind of tacked down to the shirt and tacked down to that bottom paper?
If you want to take this picture, you're right. It's so long. I remember.
Yeah, right where you see the sleeves popping out and then the neck. It's just to secure it down. You only need about 3 locations to secure something down, but you might want to do the bottom hem, a couple pieces of tape at the bottom hem, 1 piece of tape for each sleeve, and then a piece of tape at the top of the neckline. That way, when you spin it around, it's not going to move around so much on you.
If you was closer, Trey, you could have all these reps. I still have 2 new ones in the hole.
Yeah, I see, Coach Cory, you even went and got the more expensive wood one. I see that one laying up. So yeah, I started using the I think it's balsa wood, or no, it's birch wood. I started using the birch wood instead of the hardboard, and that worked out better too. But so far, nothing works better than the buddy.
This is my DIY butcher paper holder.
Is that The PVC pipe.
Right? Yeah.
That's what's up. Yes.
Roll it out.
Uh-huh.
Got a heavy picking it up each time.
Oh yeah. And I've been using lately the 36 by 48 inch butcher paper that's pre-cut, and that has spoiled the mess out of me because I don't have to worry about how long to cut it and pull it out and cut it. Sometimes that blade gets stuck and you get all frustrated. So pre-cut sheets, I got them from Uline. I have the link for that in the free supply list. So that'll be linked in the group and in the description. So that free supply list, pretty much anything y'all ask me, hey, what do you do with this, or where do you get this from? I have that all on one big old list.
I would definitely be getting some.
And if you are building business credit, Uline is a great source to go ahead and issue business credit for starter businesses to start building on that.
Okay.
All right, Trey, how you looking over there? How you feeling about the process so far?
Good. You said don't put the design on yet. Test it with just the
Yeah. You just want to test your pressure, because with that board in there, it's going to be a significantly different pressure than without the board. So you want to let down the actual handle, push it all the way down, and then if it won't let it go down, you want to lighten up that pressure until it allows it to come down.
How you coming along, Thomas?
Still going. I'm good.
Dina, how's you looking?
I'm just waiting on my print. This print is still print slow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's almost done with page 2. I got 2 more pages to print. But I got the board. I have the sleeve, the shirt already on the thing, and then I have, I guess, the board I had cut some time ago, so hopefully it'll fit on there.
Okay. So just a little matter of time for that printer. And if this is something you start doing regularly, and this is the whole point of why we have a network and why we meet you where you're at, right? So if you are wanting to print from your 13-inch printer or your 24-inch printer, then we create the split tile solution so that you can do this at home with whatever you have. Then we also offer an option. We have the coaches and the business partners who are able to do large format prints for you because they're licensed to actually print any of the Innate Lab and Innate Academy templates and designs. So they can actually print large format for you. And then that way you're just concerned about, how you're going to press this on your small format press at home. Then eventually, once you get to where you're making money, or you can foresee making that money with a large format printer, then we offer the large format ink and the cartridges and chips and that sort of thing to get you going on that side. So every step of the way that you want to incorporate this into your business, we offer a solution. And the buddy system is part of that solution that even works with the large format printers because it gives you additional space to lay out. It helps you with the wrinkle elimination from the shirts where you don't really even have to pre-press. I recommend pre-pressing, but I will tell you I do not pre-press when I use the 21M jigs. We're getting phenomenal results without having to do all of that additional prep work. So whatever process you're in, we're going to help you and make sure that you have appropriate tools to not make this be so much of a hard task. Like, we don't want you getting intimidated, thinking you can't do it. You're doing it right now with the basic materials: a hardboard, butcher paper, and a t-shirt, and whatever printer you have at home, whether it be a 13-inch. We even have a split template for the 8.5-inch wide printers. Yes, that I would feel for you too. I put it off for a long time, but we have some people that would work with that. I suggest the 8.5-inch roll media. I have a link for that in my supply list too from Heat Transfer Warehouse. They have 8.5-inch roll media and the 13-inch roll media.
What's the pressure supposed to be on that?
Do you have numbers, or like you have a 7 is kind of a medium high? If it's seven, you're going to be good. If it's 8 or above right now, then it might be a little too high pressure because of you're going to need a little bit more space for that print and that top butcher paper sheet.
Okay, yes, it's 7 when I press it down.
Okay, so you can go ahead and y'all can pre-press and make sure you pre-press with the cover sheet on top, and you're going to pretend you're going to do the same process that Coach Cory is doing as if it's printed, but Coach Cory isn't pre-pressing because she has a 21M jig inside of there. So, you have your 21M jig inside. Yeah. So you should be able to get away with not pre-pressing too. But if you want to know like how to do it like the technical way, you're going to pre-press first. And it's the same amount of steps. You just, press the collar down first, move to the left, move to the right, and turn it around. But because you have the shorter board, you might not want to do too much turning. You might want to just turn at one good time and let it be what it is. And I'm sure you can find another board. Maybe if this Home Depot didn't have it or Lowe's didn't have it, then an alternate one will.
Yeah, I'll go tomorrow to different.
Yeah, and then they'll cut it down for you too. That's the main thing. The folks that won't cut it down for you end up making it harder because you don't want to bring that big old board home.
Right. And make sure you save your boards, cut in 2 pieces and save your board. You pay for it. Make sure you bring it with you.
Oh yeah, yep. Because you can use that second board. It's going to be even bigger. So if you have 4X, 5X shirts, you can save that bigger board, and it allows you to have a better layout space for the bigger shirts.
Okay, can I get a moment of silence?
How you doing on temperature over there, Coach Cory?
What you say, Shanon?
I was just saying, what's your temperature looking like over there on your heat press?
At 336.
Okay, so we're climbing up there. Oh, Nikki, is you working on tiling over there on your MLK shirt? Go ahead.
So with this 20 by 25 press, do I put it in the middle and then I flip it all the way around, take it out and turn it to the back side?
So what you're actually going to keep the board in place. You're going to shift the paper around. You're going to slide the paper around. And I want you to watch Coach Cory do that one first. So then you get the idea. And once you get the idea, you're like, oh, okay, I just slide the paper around. I don't push the board around. I don't move anything except for that paper.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so you got that part. Let's see. Anyone else need any help?
Also, another thing, when you're pressing the designs, if you can you press on the same part more than one time? Don't mess it up?
Yes. Okay. So this is why it's really important. This is why the buddy system helps too, or even the board helps in this regard. If you have something in one place and you absolutely need to repress that one place, it will help you. Like, let's say you have some white spots or some waves in the design, and you're like, oh, I didn't get enough contact. I didn't get enough pressure. I didn't get enough heat in that spot. You can press that spot over again as long as your print did not move. If your print moved, you're going to be in trouble. So that's why I say tape your jig down to your butcher paper, tape your print down onto your jig and your butcher paper. Then that way you don't end up with that moving around. Or you can spray tack it too.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know if you can, like, once you press it for that 60 seconds, you do it again, you might mess it up.
And what you do, let's say you did that one space, and you're going to see this problem usually with the neckline. That's going to be your hardest place to get right? So with that one, you would do the full 60 seconds. If you see anything that like, oh, it didn't quite sublimate all the way around the ring of the neck, you see white spots there, then you can go and do that for 30 more seconds, and it will allow that ink some more time and to travel. So eventually it travels into the shirt, and you can overpress the shirt, absolutely. But for the most part, if you did 60 seconds, came back and did 30 more, you're not going to hurt anything. And usually black is the most sensitive color. Black, if you overcook black, it will turn brown. And it will start to lift and get lighter and lighter every time you press it. So you're going to be aware of not putting like solid black in places where you're going to overlap your print or overlap your heat press. And that just comes with basically learning how to design to optimize where you don't see your mistakes. So if you have black in the middle of your shirt and you're overlapping at least 3-4 times in that space, you're going to see variations in black. Okay, Ruggy, my heat press is a 15 by 15. My printer is a 19 by 24. Tell me what 19 by 24 printer you had, because I'm gonna have to research that one. Or did you mean 13 by 19? Because yes, you can use a 15 by 15 press as well. What you would end up doing for the 15 by 15 press is in like underneath the armpits, you're going to have to cut that excess butcher paper out so that you can kind of push your shirt underneath the press. When you rotate it, you're going to have to rotate it instead of top and bottom. You're going to actually have to rotate it sideways and get some of that that heat to get underneath the armpit there. Okay, 7720. Yeah, you have a 13 by 19 printer. Got you. I thought it was something else out there. I learned about a new printer today from Sawgrass. It's a 24-inch printer. So I was thinking maybe there's a 24 by 19 printer out there.
Yeah, is this supposed? Or Coach Cory, either one of y'all. So it's supposed to have about a 1/4-inch, I guess, border white around the whole thing.
You want to show? Do you want to show your camera so we can see before you start trimming, or what's going on?
I already trimmed one of them.
Yeah, so if you trim some of the print off, you shouldn't have any problem. You're going to have some overlap. You have it a little bit, I think a little bit more than 0.25 or a 1/4 inch overlap.
So, like,
hold on. I didn't realize you were showing your video. Hold on, let me add you. Okay, I got you.
So that, I didn't know if that was supposed to print out like that, because it said it was going to chop some of it off, but.
Oh yeah, it chops some of it off, but yeah, absolutely. You're going to trim off and make sure you leave absolutely no white. Like trim into the trim. Yep, just like that. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. You got it. You got it. That looks good.
We're working. Another a little while.
I feel you. And what printer you print on, the 15,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was telling people the difference between the 15,000 and I don't even understand why people get the 16,000 because it prints the same speed as the 15,000. It costs a lot more, but the 16,650, which is just I think it's $200 more than the 16,000. So it is a little pricey. It's about it's about $1,200. It might be $1,300 depending on when they have a sale. So let's say $1,200 to $1,300. This one prints 3 times faster. So this one, I get my prints in 37 seconds or less. My 13 by 19 prints. So that one right there. Now I'm used to waiting 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Heck, sometimes I'm waiting 5 minutes for the 77 10s and 20s, depending on if it cut off in the middle of a print, right? So that time savings to me was significant because it prints the pages per minute is kind of how they calculate it. It's 25 pages per minute with the 16,650, and it's about 9 pages per minute with the 7710s, the 15,000, and the 16,000. And pretty much any Epson desktop printer. The 8550 is pretty much going to take about, they claim that it has about 9 to 10 pages per minute that it'll print. And it adds up. It does. If you're doing a lot of these shirts and you have to wait for that printer, it's a little nerve-wracking. And Coach Cory, you do me a favor and check on that temperature, see if we can if we're up to temperature yet. Or does yours beeps when you're up to temperature, doesn't it? Yeah, because mine I have to keep checking on.
It beeps and it's gonna be annoying until you press it down. But I'm at 379.
So we're climbing.
It's showing up because they usually get hot like super fast. By the time I sit down and start doing something else, it'd be hot.
Well, you know, things like to show out when they get attention. And it also matters too, Coach Cory, are you using any extension cords or anything?
Oh no, straight to the wall.
Okay, good. Because I think some folks don't know if they're using an extension cord and it's not rated for that particular gauge of or that, you know, that thickness, that gauge of wire, then it will actually take a lot longer for it to heat up, and it potentially will burn that cord up.
Straight to the wall.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll be wondering, like, why is the cord so hot? That's a sign. All right, let's see. Anybody else need to check in or show anything? Need any help? I don't want anybody to feel left behind.
No creator.
All right, let's see if we have any questions from the folks live. And Chrissy Boo, I don't know about the T3170X. It looks to be very similar, if not the same thing as the SC F570. So I've never tested the ink in that printer. So that will be interesting to see kind of how those colors work and what that setup looks like. I've never tried that printer before. So what you may want to do for the ICC profile is use the one for the desktop printers, because I think that the F570 and that one is still considered a desktop print head. It's not like the professional level print head. And yes, you can use the roll media for the 7720. And we actually have a split template for the roll media. When you buy the 13-inch split template, it has a 13x19 option. And then it has a whole nother set of sizes for the 13-inch roll media. And it tells you what size the roll media needs to be for each piece that you're going to print for each size. And in this case, we're not using, well, yes, we're using the board for those that have the board. And Coach Cory is demonstrating with the buddy system, which is a rolling table. So you don't have to worry about moving your paper but one time, and that's when you're basically spinning it to get either the top or the bottom. I see another question. Where can I find the tiling for the 15x15 heat press? So you're going to tile it the same way with the 13x19 paper. The only thing that you're going to do different is when you're pressing with the 15x15 press. So you're going to have to do more presses. So for instance, if you were having to do 6 presses for the 16x20 heat press, you may end up doing 7 or 8 presses, depending on how big your shirt is. Okay, so really the heat press is still going to work. It'll even work, do your 3X's and everything. You're still going to tile it the exact same way with the exact same files. And then when you press it, you're just going to have to make sure you have overlap when you press. Now, the 2720 is an 8.5-inch wide printer. So then you want to look for the 8.5-inch tile template. And that one is going to be significantly more tiles for the 8.5-inch wide media versus the 13-inch media. But because I know so many people had 8.5-inch printers and wanted to try this out, I did make a roll version of the 8.5-inch printers too. So even if you have a small printer, an 8.5-inch printer, and a 15x15 press, yes, you can still do all overs. We made certain of that.
And that will be the sound that we're looking for.
Yay! We're ready. All right, Coach Cory, I give you the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself.
As you know, we got my picture paper over top of my press. Don't want the ink to escape to hit on my heat press, and I don't know if anything previous on that hit on my press. So I do that. I always start my press in the middle. I start in the middle so I don't create hard lines on the end. Push it down and watch the magic happen on my putty system. So like I said, I press at 400 degrees at 60 seconds. Using a 16 by 20 heat press. And then I try to thing. Take this butcher paper off so I don't have this reference. So I'm gonna roll my putty system to the left. So I can get my other print, the other sleeve. And through this paper, I can actually see where I stopped at. So I just we'll do a little overlap there, but I'm not gonna cut that paper off. This is some cheap butcher paper. I got Amazon and it's real thin. I don't really too much like it, but I gotta use it because we waste snow paper over here. Then I roll to the right. Bring that down. Back to my center. So Trey, this is where you spin your shirt around at. Grab the bottom. I grab the whole paper, my top piece and my bottom piece, and I spin it around. and then I make sure my plate at the bottom of my butt, I still make sure that's pushed back. And again, once again, I start in the middle of my shirt.
Coach Cory.
Yes.
So when you pressing that, some of that platen on that press is hitting some of the stuff you already pressed already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just do like a little small overlap, not so far over to where it'll create a hard line in the middle of my shirt while I press it. So that's why I start in the middle. So that way when I go to my left and my right, I can kind of line it up and it won't look so harsh. Because if I start from here on the end, then do my middle, it might be a chance that I might miss a spot, not line it up so good.
Yeah, and with mine only being, I probably got to do a 3 press instead of a 4 because with the 20 by 25, I got to try and line it up where I can get 3 sections right.
Yeah, right. My bottom is still small. I still do. But I actually have a large format press too. I have the I think 39 by something. I actually have it. I just haven't set it up yet. But I do actually have a large format press. I just haven't set it up yet. New year, new thing, moving to bigger business.
Congratulations, Coach Cory. That's a move up. That's a big move.
The press is saying that they all broke down and they have it set up and work. It still works well. It's working great. Yes. Okay, this shirt is amazing. Then we'll press this other little side to make sure I got then so even though it's wrong about 2 presses at the bottom, I'll still do it 3 because that's what I was accustomed to. So it's just something I did repetitiously. Looks amazing.
Are you doing a sneak peek?
Yeah. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all ready?
Let's see it. I'm excited.
Me too.
Woo! Yes, Maya Angelou, still I rise. Yes. This is the class. This is the last class we just did, right?
Right.
Yes. Coach Cory, this looks good.
Camera. Go ahead.
And this was tiled with 4 13 by 19 sheets for up to a size large. I say up to a size medium if you're using the Teflon jigs because they kind of stretch the shirt out a little bit. The tape that was used was just dollar store masking tape, natural 50 lady. Awesome. This looks so good. Looks great, Coach Cory. Now let's see. Does anyone else have a part of the process they want us to help you with while you have us live? You got us in full effect. We can look at your setup. We can kind of tell you what may have went wrong or how to straighten it up before it goes wrong.
And you know, as a group, do you guys have suggestions on like prices for these type of shirts? No, I'm new to this, so I want to know.
Oh yeah, that's an excellent question.
I cheat myself, you know. I want to make sure I'm, you know, in the process, think I'm making the right money.
Absolutely, excellent question, Coach Cory. What do you do? 45 for front only? Like what are your prices?
My prices with my front only, I do $50.
Okay, so prices went up.
It was up $50. They started from $50.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, it's definitely worth it.
So front and back?
No, front only for $50.
What about the front and back?
Oh, well, if I do front and back, I do them $75. But I also give them a bundle deal where I'm like, if you give me $100, I do your front, back, throw in a pair of socks and masks.
Yep, and then you could do the socks and masks pretty much at the same time under the press. Yeah. So $100 is worth it at that point in time.
Right. And then, you know, you always want to upsell them, you know. That's basically like giving yourself a raise without giving yourself a raise and going up on your prices.
Right.
Yeah. Most definitely. But yeah, I do front only $50. And I never really have no issue with telling them my price.
There you go.
I'll have some that want to go the cheap route with me. So they want to go cheap, I go cheap. If you want to go cheap with me, I'll still give you the same quality of work, but I'm going to give it to you on a George shirt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think what happens too when we start to respect ourselves, it teaches people how to treat us, because that's how we're not around here scrapping for the bare minimum of projects to do. We know our worth and we're willing to stand by that. And what'll happen is they'll go to somebody else and it may be cheaper, but it won't be your quality level design. It won't be the amount that you've invested in doing things right. Is going to set you apart. And I think that, I think that folks they know when they see the difference in the quality of product.
Because with my reputation that I have, they have that I cost them more, which I think I'm the cheapest, but they say I cost them more, but have the better quality of work. And I think give that thanks to you, Shanon.
Of course. It's thanks to you too. You've been putting in the work. Coach Cory showed me a process today just using that single line of tape. So we're going to call that the Coach Cory tape method. And we're going to start incorporating that into the virtual and the physical classes that we do. So good job. And you know what that comes from, Coach Cory? Doing something over and over again. And, you know, we are very ingenious. I see I see you had your sign on the wall that said genius at work. Absolutely. We become more innovative the more that we do something, and we want to save time, save money, save energy, do something without messing up. You know, we're basically becoming more efficient and effective every time we do something. So we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. And also, Trey, that was a great question. Also, I tell people with me when they come to me with my prices or whatever, I tell them I don't charge by your budget. I charge by my experience. And you got to make what you put into it. Like, I put a lot into it, hard work, the money. So I need to make that back. So definitely tell you charge by your experience. You don't charge by their budget.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Hey, Cory.
Yes.
Doesn't it also depends on what size you make it to?
Actually, Forrest with me, I normally don't charge them different by price, different by size, which I need to. Now, if I have to do a 4X, I'll charge up. But normally, when they ask me for kids shirts, I just tell them $50. If they don't tell me nothing, I'm rolling with that $50. But other than that, I'll probably do like 35 to 45 for kids. But if they roll me $50 with kids shirts, I'm not gonna tell them no different. But then if I have to go in and, well, now since Shanon made the templates better, I used to have to go in and do one design for a small size shirt, and that used to be the most aggravating thing ever, to take this same thing and go to a smaller size and recreate it and reshrink it and all this. That used to be tedious. Now he's like, oh, they don't have a kid shirt. But yeah, now I don't care to do them now. And it also got the insert jigs for the kids shirts, to make sure if you do children's shirts, make sure you order those as well, the insert for the kids.
Now, Coach Cory, have you tried the youth inserts on the Subla V shirts yet, or just the 21Ms?
No, I haven't got the chance to use my youth shirts lately.
Okay,
I
so
haven't had the chance to use my youth since I had the inserts.
okay, so when you get a chance, let me know about that one. I'm curious to know if they work with other than, shirt brands other than 21Ms. And that's for y'all out there too, using the jigs. If you use them and they work for other shirt brands, let me know, because then I can tell folks that that are looking to purchase these.
Okay, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, you get some great comments, Coach Cory. They say, great class, Coach Cory. Quality over quantity every time. Right, Coach Cory? Yes, they would definitely pay for that. True, true, true.
True, true, true. And also with your true colors, you wanna, I know she had a great sale, but me knowing that I'm gonna use true colors, I start getting the big bottles, and these bottles go a long way.
You know what, Coach Cory? You teasing them right now because you don't have the big bottles anymore. I have the Pro Ink big bottles, and then I have the Desktop Ink, the 127 milliliters. So you were one of the probably the last ones to be able to get the big boy bottles.
Oh wow, I better keep these bottles. Go a long way. I love the ink. Oh my God, it's amazing when she brought it on the market. I hurried up and snatched that other brand out of my printer. And I had 2 boxes of the other brand that I put on Facebook Market and sold them quick. I'm like, you don't even have to give me what I paid for them. I just want them gone. I love True Colors for life. This is True Colors. Printed this last night.
Oh, so you did a new design for class. Go on, Coach Cory. Yeah, to give them something fresh.
Yes, most definitely.
And you always do a phenomenal job with anything that you do. Execution is always on point.
Thank you.
I had a question about the when I printed the stuff, and I know that I told you guys it was clipping it off. Show.
Yeah. Let's get you on the video. Hold on, just a moment. Got you.
Yeah, I see it.
At the pin so you can see it.
Like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It clipped off enough where I can see it. I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna print that way too. But like right here, it kind of clipped off where there is a slight, like you can actually see the difference. I know I can looking at it. So how do I fix that when I'm printing?
That now you if you have an extremely large border around there, then what it is, it's your print settings. So if you were to show me your computer right now, your print settings, you can change the margin. Now the default margin for printing from Photoshop, you printed from Photoshop, right?
Yeah, I can share my screen.
Yeah, share your screen and let's see what the settings are for that. So then that wouldn't happen again. All right. So do me a favor, go to your file print. All right. And what we want to do is we want to look for the print settings. And this also happens to be a Mac. So I got to kind of work my way around. Let me see. Let me turn on my marker here. Let's do, you see it says medium quality here. What's the other option you have here? Let's go to layout. So by default, the border, if you go ahead and select here, let me see what it says. No, it shouldn't be there because it'll give you an option to do. I've never seen it cut that much off, like leave that much open. So let's see here. Go to, instead of layout, let me see what other option you have right here. Let's go to, let's try paper handling. Let's see what that is. We don't want to scale it to fit the paper size. Let's go back here again where it says paper handling. None of these other issues. It's not giving me the ability to change the margin. And it might be because the settings are different on a Mac and a PC. But you put a 13 by 19 paper in there. Oh, you know what? Go back for a second, hit cancel. The paper, go back to your print settings. When you choose your paper here, paper size, did you manually put 13 by 19 or?
Yes.
Okay, I would choose the Super B only because it might say it's 13 by 19, but look at that. See that margins that are on there? Okay, so just stay right there for a second. So 0.12, 0.14, 0.12, hover over your 13 by 19 version. And see, it doesn't give me the margins there. Oh, that's what you see those big old margins?
Yep. Okay.
That's what it is. Okay, so I didn't know that would happen. I've never used a defined version, but I guess when you define your own paper size, it gives you a default of a better, a thicker bleed area. But that I thought that was about twice the bleed area.
So I'm wondering, so would this be where I change it?
No. Go cancel right there. Just where you just showed me. You're gonna select Super B. You're not gonna make a 13 by 19.
Well, no, I get that, but I mean, like, if I get ready to do the roll media, because it's going to be doing the same thing, because I set them at, or is it?
Okay, well, let's try to make up a paper size then. Let's do that. I think one of the ones would have been like a 13 by 30. So let's go manage a custom size. And yes, you have margin here. So if you were to make a size called 13 by 30, so put 13 for the width, 30 for the height. And then these are your margins. So you have user defined. Scroll down here, and usually they'll have some presets. Nah, I would just go ahead and make my own margins. We just said 0.14 for the top and bottom, and 0.12 for the left and right. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, we could check it once we get back over there, hover over the two. So that'll solve that problem right there. So I never knew that's how you had to set it up, but now we know. Okay, so there we go. And then, of course, the size. Now you would select the one that you just made. Where'd it go?
I might have did something wrong. I don't think it saved it.
Oh, you don't think it saved it?
Maybe not. Is that does?
Yeah, go to manage your custom size and see if you see it. No, it didn't save it. You know what? Instead of saying, okay, you might need it on the Mac, you might have to press this plus button or something. So try that again.
It gives me that.
There you go. And then hit OK. Let's see if that does it. That's it.
Okay. All right, so I can go change those things.
Yep. So now we know when no one's half the battle. That works out. So now I know how to change margins on the Mac. I learned Macs vicariously through you all because I haven't touched a Mac since high school.
All right, Trey, you finished pressing? How about you, Thomas?
I'm finished, but I'm waiting on the button.
Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to show y'all.
Okay, let me pull the view up.
Yeah, I'm on what you call it, so. Wait a minute, I don't even know how to.
I'm gonna spotlight you. You need to turn the camera around.
I need to turn my camera around. There we go.
All right.
All right, look at you.
But look at the middle though.
Yeah. That's
That's because I don't have the button.
that could be. You know what? We'll say that for commercial purposes. But we know you gonna get the buddy tonight, and I'm gonna make sure. Matter of fact, that's what I was doing. Is marking it down on the website, so you'll be able to get it tonight. But yeah, for your very first attempt at this situation with tiling and all, you did a good job. Cory, do you want to kind of give some input on the spaces, like what may have happened in those areas?
Let me see.
Cause I see some creasing up on the top sleeve, and then I see, yep. So those jigs will help out too tremendously. I will say that.
Right.
I can barely see.
You know what? I think you have to pin it or make it bigger. So I pinned it.
Yeah, I see him at the top. I can't see the screen either.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Let me exit full screen. Let me see, because I pinned it, thinking that would help everybody. So I'm going to spotlight for everyone. There we go. Does that make it better?
Yeah.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah.
So me on the outside looking in with his shirt, it came out nice. I was giving him that for his first try. That's great. But the ram board that you have wasn't cut for that shirt. So
right.
So it's not being cut for that shirt. They give that shirt more room to move around. So that would be one of the major issues with that.
Uh-huh.
But overall, that's basically the major issue. The ram board that you got wasn't cut for that shirt because it stretches the sleeves out to where they wouldn't move.
Yeah, maybe a second press on that collar there. You see that white around the collar up there? Because sometimes you get that to happen, and all you have to do is bring the press back down for about 30 more seconds in that area, and it'll allow the rest of that ink to travel.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it was hard for me to press it because of the board too.
Right. Got you.
If I had the buddy, I could have gotten a little closer.
But yeah, if you had the buddy, this will be A1.
Right.
So, but that's the thing. That's the whole part of the process. You learn by finding out, what's going to save you time, what's going to save you money, what's going to save you energy, and then you price accordingly. Because when you spend money up for equipment, then you have to build that into the price of your product. Now, the product is not just the shirt and the ink. The product is the training that you did. You paid for training tonight to learn this, right? You're paying for additional equipment that helps you do this a little more seamlessly. So when you charge, your price should be your price, and that shouldn't be anything that you have to haggle and negotiate with, because Lord knows that there's some people that do it cheaper, but they may not have the like Cory said, the experience, the equipment, the skill level, the investment that you have in the same process.
And with that too, Thomas, if they tell you where the people up the street charge, where this person charged, I'm like, well, if they tell me I'm hired in the store, I'm like, well, go to the store. I'm like, they have all the equipment to do that. So ain't no one person just doing it. I'm doing all the work by myself. So I need to be paid for my time.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing this where I'm at.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Nobody doing it yet.
Kill the game. Where you?
Not yet.
Where you at?
I'm in Decatur, Alabama.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's good, man.
Oh,
Luck to you, man. All the success.
I'm in Hammond, Louisiana area, but I got a friend that I talked to that's over in Shreveport, and they say nobody's doing it over there. I'm like, well, I need you to get me over there to get all these people so I can get them in all over print. And he does shoes. I said, I tell you what, you give me that shirt and I'll get you the shoes down here. And so that's how we work together.
All right, I got mine done. Want to see it?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
So how did the board work for you to trade with that method?
Well, I think I messed up a little bit because I was moving too fast, but it came out pretty good though. Let me see.
Yes. Hold on. Let me make you big. Let's put that spotlight. Awesome. And you had the 21M inserts. You still had a board that was too small, but even with the too small board, you did your thing.
I need them inserts.
How did this turn into a buddy system infomercial?
I didn't tape it down right, so that's why when I flipped it, I messed up right here.
But that's not even noticeable. But you did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Looks great.
I definitely thought that was part of the shirt. I didn't even see that.
That's what I'm saying.
It might be because I think the same thing was on. Is that part of the print? It might be part of the print.
Think so?
I think so. Because I think that Thomas had that as well.
Yeah, I think it is.
So you ain't even you thought you made an error, but you actually did it perfect.
It looks the same on mine.
I thought I messed up. Okay.
No.
You don't even want to give yourself credit for doing it perfect the first time. That's all right.
Put that print out. Make you one of those shirts. Those colors are hot.
Now, I want you to highlight your business too, Trey. Where are you and what you do and what's the name of your business?
It's called Infinite Designs. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. So I just started sublimation, but I do vinyl and I do like all type of prints. I got a big rolling machine, and I do a lot of shirts and stickers and banners and posters and all type of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
So do you make backdrops?
No, I don't make backdrops yet, but I want to learn how to do them because a lot of people ask me for them, but I don't know how to do backdrops. I don't know how they do those.
That what it is, they use something to seam the banners together. If you imagine, it uses pretty much heat to instead of sewing them together like with thread, you're going to take the vinyl and just like y'all did today, it's the same method of toweling. You know how you put the masking tape underneath and then you put the other layer on top? It does the same thing, except it has a process of heating those two layers together. So then you can make a big 10 by 8, basically you have 4 foot wide material for your printer, right? And some printers can take up to 8 feet wide material. But whenever you need it bigger than that, you towel it. So now you know toweling, you'll be able to understand that process of making banners and oversized backdrops.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, and then y'all can towel and sublimate. I have some shower curtains, some thermal curtains, like the heat blocking curtains I need to put up in the shop because we have these big old windows. I'm going to sublimate those curtains and different projects like that. You just use toweling. So even if you have a 44-inch printer, I might need it to be 80 inches wide. I'm gonna towel it and I'm gonna press it that way.
That makes sense.
So yeah, you have options. You definitely have options. And Thomas, where are you? I know you say where you are, but where's your business? Like, what do you do for your business? Go ahead and tell the folks.
Well, I don't have a business yet. I just kind of do everything for people.
So are you there? We go. We're gonna wheel this thing. So what's your primary way that you get to your customers? Are you online? Are you on Facebook?
Basically, I'm on Facebook. I show my work on Facebook, and normally somebody wants something, and I make them a t-shirt. That's
precisely how I started. I posted every single thing that I made. So when I would have 3-4 orders a day, I posted every little thing on Facebook. And then the local market, this is before they had the Facebook marketplace, local market knew about me more than my own family and friends. Because it would get out there, I would tag the people in the post, say, "Hey, your shirt's ready." They would be all excited. They would share the post for the shirt that I made, and that grew that business all from Facebook. And it was local business all from Facebook. I never put out any ads, anything that I had to pay for in that local area. So you're doing it right. You're doing the right thing. So what's your Facebook name? How can we find you?
I'm just Thomas Brown.
I'm just Thomas Brown, a t-shirt extraordinaire, about to have this buddy system popping.
Yeah, that's something I got to work on. Shannon. I got.
We got you. Thomas, this is what we need to hear. This is what we need to know, and that's why we're here. Like I said, this is networking. This is a team effort. Whatever it is that you need. So, with Thomas Brown, start with a T.
Right.
Instead of T-shirts, T Brown. Like some we can play with it. We can figure that out.
Right. I'm kind of doing this so that because I'm retiring in about 5 more years, and so when I retire, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of going slow with it right now, and I need to really speed it up because 5 years will be here in no time.
Oh yeah, but you're putting in the work now, and like I say, if you start making sales now, making a name for yourself now, all you need is Facebook to really grow a presence. I tell people to also grab TikTok, before it's too high and before they start charging, because the thing is, it's free for now, but eventually they start charging when you're reaching people and making money. So while it's free, make the most out of it. You have Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. That's really all the free marketing that you need at this point, especially to get local business.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm be looking out for you. So
right.
we'll be creating some nice designs, and you'll be able to put a name out there.
When I get that buddy, I'll be ready.
We're gonna be ready for you too. Awesome. Andrea says, yes, that's my friend. Thomas is awesome. Andrea is telling us how awesome you are, Thomas. Yes, Thomas is awesome. Very good sport too. Davina, you want to go ahead and share? I know you're working, baby, but if you want to share your business, where you're working from, how we can find you, and what you do.
I'm working. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh yeah, you in Jacksonville?
And I didn't find out about the workshop until like sometime after, because I would have been there.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do a physical one again. We need this COVID to lighten up. We need it to not be so serious.
Right.
But yeah, that's good stuff.
You can find me on everything. My business is Deloach Studios. I do a little bit of everything. I've been doing sublimation for a while. Just never did the all over stuff. Actually moved into doing white toners and stuff, but I'm gonna go back to working with the sublimation as well. So I do a little bit of everything. But like I said, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and they're all under Deloach Studios.
Okay. And if you ever need large format prints, Coach Toya is daily in Jacksonville as well. So she can either deliver or ship to you large format prints. Now, I don't do it anymore because I gave that up for the coaches and business partners. But if you need large format prints too, if it's bothering you and you need, 10, 20 prints to go and get your business done, you can absolutely do that. So we got, however you want to expand, we got you. And was it Tania? Am I saying it right? Because I said I was going to get it right and keep it right. Tonya. Yeah, Tonya. Okay. So Miss Tonya, I know we had some issues with the computer tonight, but I would love for you to be able to spotlight what you do and where you are.
I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh, we got to come see you. We got to have a destination workshop that way.
Please do. And I guess I've been designing and stuff since I went to fashion school. So I wanted to tell you, you don't know what you did when I saw what you did with being able to make your own textiles, printing them yourself.
The Automizer. Oh, but I'm going to need your feedback, Tanya.
I saw that.
I need that feedback. Yes.
I have machines sitting there collecting dust for years.
Yes.
Don't even take them on.
That was my first major at Florida State was fashion design. I was in that major for a year and a half before I switched over to textiles. So I feel you when I say, yeah, I got you. I understand.
I was like, okay, she done expanded the brain length. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick around. No laptop and all, but my brand is Trendy Lioness Couture.
Oh, okay, Trendy. I recognize the name now. So Trendy Lioness Couture. Got you. I knew you were into fashion when you had couture in there. Yes.
Yeah, I've been around looking at it. I started in LA in fashion school. And then I moved back here because I, missed the islands and everything. So I'm watching you guys. I just want to say to everybody in the group, I'm proud of you. You did a good job as a stand buyer. But one day I'm going to get in this game and kick some butt as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna be ready for that. So, what type of setup do you have? Is it a 13-inch printer, and 16 by
At
20
the
heat press, or
moment,
what do you have?
at the moment, I have a regular 8.5. What is it? Epson 4760.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to contemplate which upgrade. I wanted the 15,000, but then I saw you guys mentioning the 16,650. I was like, I think I might do that.
Yeah,
And I
if
see the
a
bigger
13-inch
dog.
as a 13-inch printer, it's really nice.
Yeah, and I heard you say as fast as it prints. The only thing is, being limited in the islands, everything's always out of stock and never ships here and blah blah blah.
So
So
we
I've
might
just
need to
been
do a
just
partnership with you where we ship to you.
something or the other. I would truly appreciate that. I've
You
been
know that
plotting.
that's not a bad idea. And I'm pulling up your website right now. Is this Trendy Lioness Couture? Do you have a Google review right here in the U.S. Virgin Islands? Yes, I'm shouting you out. Whoop, whoop. So we're gonna have to. This is another thing we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go on each other's Google reviews. This is how you're gonna build business credit too, y'all. And we got to start bigging each other up on these Google reviews so that we look good and we look substantial against our our bigger counterparts. Like we're a small business, we got to find our way to stand out. So absolutely, I want you to message me afterwards too, because we normally don't ship outside of the U.S. But I think U.S. Virgin Islands is still considered like
we're territory.
yeah. So we can do USPS, right?
Yes.
Okay, message me and I'll see if I can open that up on the back end of the website, and that would be
Appreciate that.
awesome because if we could start building the brand out that way, and I absolutely know you would do some phenomenal stuff, and I can only imagine the inspiration that you have for colors and prints and the
Oh my
fashions
God.
there. Oh my gosh, making your own prints, Lord.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, she don't even know what she done. I've
Oh,
always just
well,
been
I'm gonna know
seeing
now.
things,
I'm gonna know now.
and I'm
Trendy
like,
Lioness
okay,
Couture.
it's my mom's soul. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I could get the Automizer and put my mom to work.
Amen. I'm looking for some local folks to put to work too, because I have sewing machines and I have a background in sewing too, but I don't sew because I got kind of turned off from it when people wanted me to make something for Walmart prices. And
Oh wow.
then I went into digital art and I was like, well, at least I could sell digital art 1,000 times and only have to touch it once, right? So I got out of anything that was like physical, a single one-off type of product. But now I'm getting back into it because cut and sew is so nice, like to be able to make what you want.
Yes. You made it. I
Absolutely.
was like, all right. My mother would be so proud that I'm actually using it.
And she'd be willing to support too.
Because I'm like,
Absolutely.
Mom, you could do this. She's like, no, do it yourself. I'm like, Mom, you know you're way better than me. Come on.
And that's
But
legacy too, when you can build on that and say that, okay, well, this is something that my mom did and that I do and I can bring to my community and my family. That's what this situation is really about. Not just making money like you could for a job, but creating something greater than yourself and something longer lasting than even your physical presence. So I think this is going to be like super dope. I can't wait to get you some True Colors ink. If you need a buddy, I'll ship a buddy out there to the Virgin Islands.
Listen, I messaged Erica, do you ship? Because everybody never wants to ship.
You're right. And we don't usually make exceptions, but now we know we have somebody, like we connect on a heart-to-heart level now. So we got you. And Natanya, go to the Sew Pro Academy. If you're not in the Sew Pro Academy, Natanya's from the Virgin Islands.
Yes, I saw.
Yes, and she's doing her thing right now. She's super smart, super sweet, and I think y'all would connect real well too.
Nice. I've been observing you for a while. Like I've never really Photoshop was a little too much for my brain because I was learning. Bless you.
Right. Bless
but
you.
Now that I was like, all right, now I'm gotten to that level, I'm growing. I ended up getting a OKI white toner printer.
Yeah, the white toner.
Is in the islands, everything's expensive to get here. So I was
Right.
like, I think you guys have really pushed me to sublimation. So that's why I'm like stepping it up, trying to figure out, all right, what's the next one? That's why I'm taking the classes.
Awesome.
Like, I gotta make that move. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to see what you turn out with this information and just that little spark of inspiration is going to take you're going to be gone. You're going to be gone and you're going to be the first in that market to really push this in your area. And if you have access to fabric, polyester fabric. That's the other thing that you're going to need, your white polyester fabrics. You might need some satin, some knits, some spandex type materials. So I will speak with Coach Q too, and in the Soper Academy, contact Coach Q and see if she knows that we can use US rates to ship there. I'm sure she may open up that to shipping to you as well.
I truly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's pretty tough. I ended up I have a system through a 16 by 20 printer.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I am at work. And the 16 by 20, I saw the buddy and I'm like, all right, I wonder if it'll work for mine. I have a Racoma 16 by 20.
The Racoma, I think Racoma, is that the same maker as Brother? Which may be the same maker as Sawgrass. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that, because in order to do sublimation on a printer, it has to have a certain piezoelectric print head. That's a print head that doesn't get hot.
I should have said printer. I meant heat press, a 16 by 20 heat press.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I was wondering when you said as far as the space in the back, if the buddy would fit behind there.
Mm-hmm.
So I may just have to do hardwood, but of course not.
Well, if you have your press near you, you said you're at work. When you get a chance, take a picture of the front of the press and take a picture of the side profile of the press, like how Cory was demonstrating today. That's the side profile of the press, and you see, it doesn't need much room at all to go behind it. She has plenty of space to go behind it, but you only need about 3/4 of an inch to an inch of space behind that bottom platen, and the buddy just drops right behind there.
Okay.
So yeah, if you send us a picture, then we can kind of better assess. And if you send a picture with a ruler, like you take a ruler and put behind that press, we can see, okay, that gives us plenty. If you have an inch, you have plenty of space. If you have 3/4 of an inch, it's going to be like real slim.
I have to take a look at that when I get home.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys for everything. You've made this fun and worthwhile.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Awesome.
Good job, guys. And young lady, Queen. I can't remember your name right now.
We got Shanon and Cory.
Shanon and Cory, and then there was another young lady who.
Davina's here too. And Davina, I just see you said you did FSU fashion school as well, or just FSU in general?
Yeah, I actually graduated from the apparel design program at FSU.
Did you? Oh, so we have something in common.
Yep. Nice. That's what got me into this, but I tried the silk screening back then because I wanted to make my own prints. Yeah, that's how I got into all of this.
That's how I got into Photoshop. In high school, I started doing screen printing classes, and nobody else knew Photoshop. So I volunteered. I taught myself Photoshop from the help files on the computer. The help files on the computer.
I taught you all about it. Okay. Me too. All right, Shanon and everyone.
All right, yes, very nice. Likewise. Anyone else have anything they want to add before we close it out tonight? I know we've had y'all for quite some time. I appreciate everybody's patience, support, the time, the energy, the investment that you all made in your future in this business. So anything that y'all need from us before we close out for tonight?
Is this being recorded?
Absolutely.
Will we get a copy?
Yes, it's going to be actually loaded in the same module that you downloaded everything. You're going to have the full video there. And then what we do also is we give you access to the video. It's a little bit shorter version. Of course, it doesn't have the students in it. It's just me kind of showing you all the steps of the process. So you'll have that as well.
Okay.
And we're gonna make sure that y'all successful in this game, because this is definitely a big step up, but it's gonna grow your business tremendously. Oh, let me go ahead and I got to set the price for the buddy. Somebody just said something about the buddy system. So we had the buddy system discounted, I think, was it day before yesterday while we're on live? So I'm going to discount it right now. It is 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It will be discounted until 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, because I'll go ahead and do it right now. The buddy system, I'm going to discount it $50 because it's $400, so it'll be $350. And then the Teflon inserts, the set, whether you do the full adult plus the youth or just the adult set, will be discounted $25. So, and then of course it's flat rate shipping. So if you order it together, it's going to be $9.99 shipping. And I am doing that right now while I'm talking. All right. So, Coach Cory, you want to close out with anything, show anything, or see if anyone else needs help while doing that?
Yeah, if they need help, you can still reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook. I will get it faster on Facebook than I will my messages. My email, I'm sorry. I'll get it quicker on Facebook.
Coach Cory, can you do me a favor? Share your let's show your, because you have a Facebook group too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and let's show them the Facebook group and how they can get in touch with you online. If you could share your screen, if you pull it up and share your screen, that'll give them something visual to look at. And then if you have a website or anything that you want to promote at this time, I definitely want you to be able to put that information out there. Coach Cory does one-on-ones. If y'all need one-on-one help, it's an hourly rate. Do you have your hourly rate that you want to tell them about right now?
I charge $100 an hour.
So if you need one-on-one help, because that's the kind of time that it's going to pull Cory away from doing projects, because Cory does this full time, like full time. So if she needs to pull away in order to help you, absolutely, that's an option as well. And also, Cory's going to do these small classes. So if you don't want to pay $100 an hour, you're like, okay, well, Coach Cory's offering a small class like this one. Then you pay $100 and you got Coach Cory for a good little minute. A great little minute. Okay, Coach Cory, let me let you share, okay?
But if they want me to do one-on-one, I'll just joke about the $100. But if they want to be it, I'll turn down nothing but my coffin. But yeah, I do that for $40 for a minute. I mean, an hour or so. And you can also expand the time. You find these Facebook pages and be like, you can do things at home.
So you got A-Bugs Creations, and then, yep.
Bugs Creation. You can reach me on there. I answer all things on there. So
I see you posting too. I see you. Good deal.
Promoting. And I also have another group too as well. It's the Royal House. Royal House of Design University. Basically the same and different people, and I do the same thing, post, share, I don't mind helping. I do this full time. Just reach out to me. You can message me. I will see it in my email. My Facebook is Cory Bridges. And I do thank you, and I appreciate you all for joining me and trusting me to help you guys.
Thank you, Coach Cory. You did an amazing job. You showed so much patience and so much knowledge and skill. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Cory. You did a great job.
All right, loves. And I set that discount up for y'all, so it should be active right now for the Buddy system. The actual, the system consists of the rolling table that you just saw and the jigs, but you can purchase one or the other depending on what you may need. But they are discounted and live on the website right now, innatelab.com. And if there's anything further y'all need, to check us out on the Innate Creatives Facebook group. That's where we have our community support. We have coaches there, just like the great Coach Cory that we got to witness tonight. We have other coaches as well that all have their different strengths in the sublimation game, in graphic design. We even have coaches that are good with business background, IRS, taxes, all that good stuff. So, don't let these coaches fool you. They've been in the game doing a lot for a long time. And it's not just Photoshop that they're good with. They have other other really amazing principles that I really want to start highlighting in our sessions as well. So awesome work. Thank y'all live for, giving us a chance to show off. Yes, and they're saying on live, thank you for letting them piggyback online. Absolutely. This is a pleasure and an opportunity too to network and to get some names out there. Let's grow some businesses together.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach Cory. Thanks, Shanon, Coach Erica.
You're
Everybody,
absolutely
have a
welcome.
blessed night.
I'm surprised when you see me.
Yep, y'all stay connected. Because I promise you these connections don't end with just one class, okay? And we look forward to seeing y'all in the academy and some of these live classes. And then we're doing some remix classes as well. So if you can't do Wednesday classes, we will start offering classes pretty much every weekend in the academy. So y'all start looking out. We had 2 classes this weekend. Coach E did a bling class. Coach Cory did this all over class. So we're going to stay connected and stay doing things on the weekends. So if that's your best time to get stuff done and to really work on your crafts and your business, then all I need to know is what y'all want to learn. And we're going to have a coach available to teach it. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to tell the folks online that I appreciate y'all. Let me bring my little camera on for a second so I can tell y'all, so I can see it in my face when I say bye. Hold on. All right, my loves, I appreciate y'all. I love you dearly. And until next time, bye. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Good night.
Night.